Hey Virgo, this is Alex, and I'm here to bring you your weekly love reading. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. Thank you to all of my new and existing subscribers. Your support and love is very much felt and means everything. So thank you guys. All right, let's see what God, Angels, Universe has in store for Virgo. You have the Sun at the bottom, the happiest card in the tarot. Let me move that over, move these over, so you can see those. Okay, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's get some clarifiers and see what we got. In short, Virgo, it just kind of looks like you might have had to cut somebody off or let them go because they were either not opening up, being very stingy with their, they didn't make enough time for you. I'm kind of getting that their actions and words did not match. I also kind of feel like you tried to stick it out with this person. I feel like this person made you very, very, very happy, but it wasn't enough. I can almost even hear with some of you, this might have been the person of your dreams. Perfect match for you. But the time, I kind of feel like might not have been there, or something. There was some sort of void. There was some sort of void there that was putting a strain on this particular relationship. Yep, you got the Four of Pentacles again. So that again says to me that somebody was just kind of holding on and holding on too tightly. What I'm also hearing too is it could have been a past relationship, holding on to an ex, holding on to the good old days, my other relationships. You know, this is what I'm used to. This is how I'm used to things happening. So let's go ahead and read this from the very top. We have Sagittarius here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups. That kind of says that, you know, Sag with that Wheel of Fortune, that wheel is a card of divine timing, cycles ending and or beginning, things kind of going around, coming around, karma, things of that nature. What I'm getting here too is your person, I don't think it was you, Virgo, but maybe your person was stuck or is stuck in a karmic relationship, therefore unavailable to give you the love and affection that you need and that you desire. What I'm also hearing from some of you is that you saw that right away. You saw that immediately. But instead of, say, for instance, getting rid of this person or getting out of this situation, it was like, no, let me just give it a little bit more time to see if what I'm seeing is actually correct. With the star card here, this is Aquarius, also with the air signs, which Aquarius is one with Gemini and Libra, right? This was definitely something that you wanted, something that you wished for, but it was really, really, really hard to walk away from or hard to move away from. What I'm also getting as well is that for some of you, you knew internally, whether mental or spiritual, that this is the perfect person, but maybe not necessarily the perfect person for you. Because you actually see here how she's actually moving away from her hopes, wishes, and desires. What I'm also getting as well is if you were dealing with somebody who was kind of hung up on the past as well, this card basically indicates that, you know, this person was my dream. They were who I wanted. We were the perfect match. We would do this. We would do that. For some of you, you may have had to hear those horrible stories. You know what I mean? Angels are also saying too, these two cards here could have also represented you moving away from another situation and moving more towards your destiny. And the situation that you're moving away from was hard for you to kind of quote unquote leave behind. The next two cards, the Queen of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. This is you again cutting out anything that is not contributing to your happiness, Virgo. You're like, no, look at, she's got that sword drawn. She's not, if you're not working with me, you're working against me. And if you're working against me, that means I'm working more than I need to, and I need to get rid of you. What's crazy, if that is your attitude now, Virgo, that's not a typical characteristic of a Virgo. A Virgo will stick something out, you know, until there is no more. So I just kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, there has been this shift where it's like, yeah, if you're not with me, you're against me. So you can't be in my life. You know, what I'm also hearing as well is this deep emotional sorrow of maybe the Eight of Cups again. Whereas, you know, kind of quote unquote letting this person go could have been somebody who let you go as well, because maybe you were working full time too much, didn't have time to dedicate to the relationship. You're happily ever after, and the Ace of Swords. That's exactly what this situation felt like. You know, it would have been the perfect person for me, but what I'm also hearing as well, now I understand why the Four of Pentacles is here twice, because somebody was just not willing to sacrifice, say for instance, their money, their, you know, their multiple jobs, their house, their car, their alimony, whatever you want to call it. It was almost like somebody wasn't willing to sacrifice that for this relationship. And I feel like that came out, that came to a head, and it was just like, sorry, I can't do it. I love you. I think you're great. I think we could really go somewhere. We can really, you know, progress this relationship long term. But, you know, this is just not a sacrifice I'm willing to make right now. And I feel like it was on both sides, because you have the Four of Pentacles here twice, right? So it was almost like, again, that gut feeling, that instinctual feeling. Either one of you or both of you was just like, no, this situation is not worth it. The person's great, but I'm just not ready to let go. Or if it wasn't that, it was just like you were too caught up, too much into a routine where you were just not willing to let happiness in, let this relationship progress, make this relationship a priority. You know, especially here with the High Priestess, you know, that was, I kind of feel like there might have been some weighing and balancing, you know, on a deep emotional level to say, hey, is this worth it? You know, am I ready to sacrifice? Am I ready to let go? And the Sun card, you know, this is the card of Cancer. This is the card of Leo, right? You have the Pentacles here, which are the earth signs, which Virgo, you are one, right? You could have been dealing with an earth sign, and it was just like you guys, again, were too grounded in each individual life. You were grounded in your life. They were grounded in their life, and they were not necessarily willing to make any kind of sacrifices, cut anything off for this relationship. Now, I'm trying to read this another way, like, okay, well, maybe there was cutting off and maybe they did contribute to the relationship. But the fact that I have 2 Four of Pentacles here, that's somebody holding on and being stingy, right? Not necessarily opening up to their happiness and their happily ever after. You know what I mean? Somebody who was cutting out extracurricular activities for, or sacrificing extracurricular activities for their work. Not only that, but this Six of Swords, you know, she's moving away from not necessarily turbulent times, but really, really, really manipulative and, you know, it's being taken for granted and just things of that nature. She's moving away from that more towards working. It's like, look, no, I'm just going to dig my heels right into my job, right into work. And love is just going to have to wait for right now, is what I'm getting. Okay? So, Virgo, we are going to pull 3 Romance Angels cards to see what else God, Angels, and Universe has for you. I kind of feel intuitively that this was the right move, by the way. It's unfortunate. I also kind of feel like, especially with the Wheel of Fortune card here, the timing just wasn't right. The timing just wasn't perfect. Children, your love life is being affected by children. Okay? This situation could have also meant, too, that somebody was immature, that they weren't willing to give up something for this relationship, for this connection. Children being affected here, being a part of this also means that, yeah, somebody could have been an active parent and were taking care of their kids and was very honest about that up front and saying, look, I have responsibilities. I can't, you know, I have responsibilities that I have to take care of. I can't, you know, be there sometimes, or I can't, you know, my time is going to be limited. What I'm also hearing intuitively as well is that maybe they weren't as honest about their heart being limited too. Next card is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, right? Again, I kind of feel like, yeah, this was a beautiful relationship. I feel like this connection was a match made in heaven. But again, the timing was just off. It was just way, way, way off. Last card. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay? So, that says to me, Virgo, card at the bottom. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. That's actually kind of good, because what I was actually going to say is, this is basically like a take it or leave it, right? You love this person. You love being around this person. You can see yourself being with this person. But unfortunately, they're just not incredibly available to you right now. And if you can deal with that, fine. Do it. Absolutely do it. But angels just said to me, time doesn't always equate to love and romance and life and happiness, right? You could be with somebody who you see once a week and you're the happiest person in the world. So I would just basically say to you, Virgo, weigh this against the rest of your life. Again, if you love this person and your love for them is greater than your need to spend time with them, absolutely do it. You know, you have those people, I think Dolly Parton was one of those people where her husband was a trucker and he was gone 5 days of the week and he just came home on the weekends. And they had to have been married for what, 40 or 50 years? Like, she absolutely loved it until he retired, I think, and then he was home all the time. So again, Virgo, if this is one of your situations where this is your perfect person, this is your perfect mate, but they're just not readily available to you, maybe it may require you to have some patience and to wait. You know, what is the saying? This is a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I mean? Maybe this situation is calling for some more of that patience. Okay? Anyway, guys, that is your weekly love reading. I hope it does resonate. And if it does, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you. Love you. Bye.